Hello there, Mike the MC, bringing you the self-care video. We need limits to stand up, and I think there are so many considerations as to why we need limits, how people perceive them in their own life. Should we overtake them? Should we try to set the bar high in a challenge, right? How do we look at limits? How do we perceive what a limit is? Is it an evil person, a coworker, yourself, right? How do you define a limit, and why do we need them to stand up as sort of a way to get back on our feet? And so just talking about that as part of the theme of this video for everybody, I think it just came to mind because, right, as I'm getting back on my feet, as I'm going through my personal recovery, right, as I'm growing, right, the beautiful thing is by going through all of these challenges, I am learning to dedicate my time, my finances, my study in a very methodical way to where I can attack the challenge, but in a way the challenge is helping me stand back up, right? So if there's a wall and I'm just coming at the wall, right, I'm just starting to pick up. The idea there is with a hill, with some sort of wall, right, whatever metaphor, image you want to think about, when you go against the challenge, go against your greatest opponent, your bully, right? The one who's always throwing cuss words at you, the one who is your evil, toxic boss, the one who is yourself, the one who doesn't want to stop watching videos or stand against criticism, right? Who's always afraid, right? When you finally make that firm stance against the criticism, against the enemy, when you finally do that stance, you all of a sudden plant your feet and you start to rise. You start to rise and you recognize, whoa, I got power within me. This is pretty awesome. This is pretty awesome. And I think there's something more to be said about that. How many of us can think where we let down our power, where we gave up our stance, where instead of trying to please other people, we were just trying to, I don't know, even lay down our arms, right? Lay down our resistance so that way, okay, I'm not trying to please anybody or go with the flow. I won't do anything. And I think that is what I would define as despair, where you don't want to try at all anymore, seeing that, oh, it's all a futile effort, that you won't be able to get the job, the wife, the husband, the family, the dream that you want. But the thing is, when you go for the dream, when you finally are facing that challenge, that obstacle, my question for you is, should we always want to go over the limit? Should we always try to cross that boundary? Because the argument I'm trying to share with you is, okay, when you finally reach the top of that mountain, or you're trying to cross over that fence, you notice you're at the top and you recognize, whoa, I'm on the edge, right? I can go either, I could tip left or right. I could tip either side. And if I recognize I came from one side to the other, copying the fence to the other, whatever example, you recognize, oh, if I make this jump, if I go for this effort, go for this opportunity, I'm leaving behind one behind me. I won't be able to come back, right? And the thing is, when you jump, when you go for it all, when you finally cross that limit, there you go. You're in a whole new valley and a whole other environment that's out there for you to explore. But the thing is, you let go of the old environment for the new one because you crossed a limit. Crossed a boundary. And I would ask you all, what do you think is healthy as far as going against the limit? Should we go against our own health, our own abilities, our own skills to the point where we're starting to break, right? How do you define the limit, first off, and then is it healthy to cross those limits? Is it healthy to recognize, okay, I'm coming now to a 5-minute running mile. I'm coming now to 100 clients that I was successful in setting up a deal this week. I don't know. I'm coming to these limits. Do you push further? How much further, right? Are you willing to go against the grain a little more, or do you recuperate, to regenerate and attack with the same intensity again? Are you ready to engage again? And I think when we look at the limit, I find it as a way of standing up. That's how I look at the limit, as helping me with my self-care, helping me stand up against my old beliefs, recognizing, hey, I all of a sudden am going against my greatest opponent. I recognize now that by going against him or her, I'm now standing up tall and straight. I realize I got some power within me, and it is awesome to stand tall and powerful, recognizing that you have an ability, have a power, have a responsibility even, when you find it, that you recognize, wow, if I let my guard down, I'm not going to uphold what I was supposed to do. So right now I am. And so by giving my spill, my word on a video, right, I'm going against a limit, right? I'm going against myself. How much do I want to speak in this video right now and share with you? And that makes me proud, recognizing, okay, maybe I can cut the video off sooner, later, whatever. But I recognize beyond the time limit that there is a limit of how much content I want to share with you and how much I want to relate to you, that there's a message to be shared, which is the limits help us stand tall. And that is the point. And I think that should be some sort of reflective question for you, as far as how do you use a limit to help yourself get out of a situation that is terrible and toxic, and how, when you reach that limit, do you want to overcome it? Do you want to find another limit? What's your next challenge you want to face? Just things to consider. But I hope this video finds you well today. I hope you all are strong, courageous, don't give up. Always remember that you can overcome any limit, any challenge, but are you willing to cross it, or do you want to just keep it there, keep it steady, and not cross over it for the other side? Things to consider. All right, everyone, hope this video finds you well today. Be courageous, be strong, don't give up on yourself. You got power within you. You got this. Take care. Have a good one.